Greetings, dear friends. We are glad to welcome you once again on ALLATRA TV Middle East. The topic of our today's discussion are equal opportunities for everyone, human safety and human freedom. And my co-host today is Richard.
Hi. Hello, Tatiana. Glad to be here with you today. And before we move on, if you joined us recently and have never heard about Creative Society, I'll give you a brief explanation. So, Creative Society is a unique project that has been launched on the platform of ALLATRA International Public Movement. People from more than 180 countries conduct numerous social surveys, interesting interviews, and live conversations, just like what we have today, in order to find out how people envision a society where everyone is happy, lives prosperously, and feels safe, and whether they want to live in a creative society. I'd like to address to our dear viewers as well. Please feel free to leave your comments and questions in our live chat on our YouTube channel. And the most interesting questions will be asked at the end of our broadcast. Isn't that right, Tatiana?
Yes, absolutely. And you know that throughout this project, we test a theory of 6 handshakes. It means that all people on our planet are connected through 5 or even less social contacts. And according which, actually, this is how we met each other today. So now let me introduce you our guests. Today we have with us Schoonraad and Bashar Omary. Sean, how are you? Your mic is muted.
I'm fine, thanks. How are you?
Me too, thank you. Bashar, how is life?
Hi, Tanya, I'm fine. How are you?
Me too, thank you. So, let me introduce you our guests again. And Sean Schoonraad is a student of Middlesex University studying LLB Hons Law in the United Arab Emirates. And Bashar Omary is from Palestine, and he is a student of Odessa National Medical University. Richard?
And so, I would like to ask you, as students of this age, are usually full of big dreams and motivation to change the world. I know this through my own experience and myself. So please tell us, what is your biggest dream for today?
Well, for today, my biggest dream would be to have equal opportunities among everyone so that everyone can have the right to a job, to have education, and a right to just be whoever they want to be.
Bashar, can you add something?
Yes, of course, having equal opportunities for everybody to live in such a good world, to work hard, to achieve their dreams, and also have like a free healthcare for everybody, regardless of their social status. Because I believe that like getting a healthcare for free is the best thing we can do. Everybody should have access to a good healthcare system, especially in these days because there's the COVID-19 pandemic. And I hope for the future that everybody can get a good healthcare system and service.
Thank you so much for sharing. And I would like to ask you guys how you envision a creative society where you, your loved ones, and every single person on earth would live happily, would feel happily, and live comfortably in all areas of life. Bashar?
Yeah, for me, I truly believe that in order to have a creative society, we first of all need to have two basic standards. Free healthcare for everybody, because human health is the most important factor on earth. If we have a good health, we can achieve anything. And also we should have like free education. Everybody should have an opportunity and an access to a free education, because education is very expensive these days, and people were not born in unequal circumstances. Like where the rich can get the best education and the poor cannot get any education. It doesn't work like that in a creative society. Healthcare and education should be equal for everybody, regardless of their social status. And then we should have opportunities. People should compete with themselves, with each other, work hard, never give up, positive thinking, spreading positivity, and never forget about your dream. Go and achieve it. Stay always strong and motivated.
Thank you so much, Bashar. And Sean, what about you? How do you envision creative society where you and every single person would feel comfortably?
Well, I think, well, the idea of equal opportunities is also like it's really valid, because if everyone had the same chances to do everything, and like they all had these like the opportunity to do these things without having any restrictions, it would be good for them, because then they could really fulfill their potential without any restrictions whatsoever. Um, Also, like a justice system where everybody is treated equally, where there is no discrimination, and where nobody is discriminated against just because of their skin color, ethnicity, religion, etc. Also, if people were allowed to emphasize themselves however they want to, like not just like with anything that's stopping them, they can do whatever they want, be it whoever they want, whenever they want.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Well, I think that you've both got great visions of a creative society. So, in order to build such a society, a world in which every person will feel comfortable, we should be united by one goal. The basis of this goal is focused around 8 foundations that are described in the article: the foundations of the creative society and the stages of its construction, which was published on the 18th of May 2020 on the website allatraunites.com. So now we will have a look at these 8 foundations closely, and you will see them on your screen.
Maybe we can read them. So they are human life, human freedom, human safety, transparency and openness of information for all, the creative ideology, development of personality, justice and equality, and of course, self-governing society. So thank you, Richard. And guys, so both of you study very serious majors, law and medicine. And my next question is to Bashar, is with regards to the third foundation. Let's have a look at it on the screen. So third foundation is human safety. How do you think, is it important to provide human safety in a creative society? How will it change the person's life?
No, of course, it's extremely important, because when the person himself is safe, he can have like good mood and good psychological point of view of life, where he can concentrate and focus all of his power on working hard and achieving his dreams, rather than thinking, how can I defend myself in order to be safe? So human safety also should be part of social security. Everybody has the right to be safe. That's completely true.
Thank you so much.
And now I would like to ask a question to Sean. As a law student, let's have a look at foundation number 2. Human freedom. Would you agree with this being an important foundation?
Yes, I would agree, because every human individual is allowed to be free. If you were to take away their freedom, you're basically taking away an essential right that everyone is expected to receive, that they are supposed to receive, because a person has the right to be free, because they should not be stopped from being whoever they want and doing whatever they want, because each person is their own individual being. So if you were to take away their freedom, you're basically taking away everything that they know and everything that they could or ever want to do.
Thank you, Sean. That makes a lot of sense. Everybody needs to take consideration of the human freedom, and it's a basic necessity that we all need. And we can't do anything if we don't have that freedom.
Thank you so much, guys. Thank you, Richard. And now let's discuss foundation number 7, justice and equality. Would it, how do you think, would it cause any problems and conflicts between people if all of us follow these simple statements? Am I to read it, maybe, like justice and equality? All natural resources belong to humans and are fairly distributed among all people. Monopolization of resources and their irrational use are prohibited. These resources are fairly distributed among the citizens of the entire earth. A human is guaranteed employment if he or she so desires. Pay for essential positions, specialty, or profession should be the same all over the world. Everyone has the right to private property and income, however, within the limits of individuals' capitalization amount set by the society. So what do you think, Bashar?
Yeah, I do truly believe in justice, but equality is a bit controversial because we are not all equal. But regardless of this, we should forget about the differences and try to treat every individual equally as much as we could. But it's not an absolute thing. So we should start with ourselves like, okay, we are all different, and that's completely okay and completely normal. But regardless of that differences, we are all human beings, and we should all be treated like that, regardless of any other consideration.
Yes, I absolutely agree with you that we have to start with ourselves. And if we are talking about, we're discussing about creative society, so this is like an ideal society. So this is how it should be, like in normal creative society, not consumer one. And what do you think, Sean?
Well, I think for the equality aspect, I think yes, it should be something that we should that everyone should strive towards, because, like I said prior, if we were to take away discrimination from our society, then nobody would be stunted or stopped from doing anything that they wanted to do. And justice, although it isn't something that's perfect nowadays, because a lot of people don't really feel that justice is being served to them with the way that things are running, but if we were to strive towards achieving justice and working towards satisfying what everyone wants when they want it, like if someone has been wronged, and then the justice system could do more to tend to those needs or complaints, then I'm pretty sure more people will be happy and more people will be satisfied, saying, hey, yes, we are being properly cared for and we are being looked after.
Yeah, thanks.
So now to the next question. What do you think is the best way to inform people about such an initiative as the Creative Society? So firstly, starting with you, Bashar, what do you think is the best way to translate and the best way to make people more aware about getting involved in a creative society project? And then Sean.
Well, I do truly believe that the best way to inform people is to study their language. I believe that language is a problem. Language barrier is a big problem in this world because in the world there are too many languages, and not everybody can understand each other. So we have to find the solution for like language barrier. Then we should have like found a way to simplify information and reach it to everybody. Simplicity matters. The simpler the information is, the better the people can understand it.
I definitely agree, because a lot of the times information and the way that it's portrayed, as well as the political standing, as that affects a lot on how people receive their news, and also the platforms that they're using, whether it's digital or online, and then hard copy newspapers or hard literature books. It's always challenging to get that fine line between understanding what message is trying to be delivered, and then also catering to the needs of individuals, because we are all individuals. And again, like you mentioned, the language is a barrier, so it's important to make communication clear and make it essential in every platform and to every sector of society. So now, Sean, what do you think?
Well, I think that this can be advertised to people via many different methods, whether it be social media, because it is something that people use every day. But if they do not even have access to things like social media, television, there could still be like advertised in things like newspapers, putting signs up on streets or little posters. Like what Bashar said, it can be in different languages depending on what region it is, for more people to understand these and to be taking part in these, because if it's in a different language, a language that is more suited to them, then it's easier for them to take part and it's easier for them to understand.
Thank you so much, guys. Thank you, Bashar. Thank you, Sean. It was a really great conversation. And we have the last question to you. Would you like to live in a creative society? Bashar?
Yeah, of course, I would like to, and I think it's such a big dream for everybody. But in order to reach that society and to achieve it, in reality, we have to work hard, we have to stay optimistic, and we have to like always progress. Never give up, never give up, never give up. Always move forward. And thank you, Tanya, for the introduction.
Thank you. But it's not the end, actually, Sean. And what do you think? Would you like to live in a creative society?
Yes, I actually would, because I think it would be an interesting experience, because many people sometimes think, okay, what would the world be like if it were to be different? What would people be like if they lived in a different world, one where everyone was catered to and like they could just use all of this creativity to explore themselves as people and to explore what other people are like if they were allowed to, innovate and stuff like that. So I think it would be an interesting experience, because it's nice to see what people would do if their creativity and ideas could just be unleashed for everyone to see. And it would be something different, because sometimes like we're all exposed to like the same kinds of things. So it would be nice to have something new for a change.
Thank you so much. Thank you all for our today's conversation. To join our project, creative projects on Allatra International Public Movement, please visit our website, allatraunites.com. And there you will see Join button, by pressing which you can choose on what level you're going to participate in the project. There you can also choose the language you're speaking. And if you have friends who want to participate in our live conversation, please send your emails to uaie@allatraunites.com. You can also participate in conversations on Allatra Radio, or send your ideas of creative society to our mail. And don't forget to share with this video and with our live broadcast using 2 hashtags, allatraunites and creative society. Leave your comments below and also join 6 Handshakes initiative. After all, the more people find it out about the possibility of creating a creative society, the faster it can begin to implement it. Thank you very much, and see you soon on Allatra TV Middle East. Bye, guys.